Hi guys, I've just made a cup of tea and now I'm ready to deal with all of this. I've just pulled all the stuff out of my pantry that's either coming up on its best before date or that we don't really use or eat that much or at all anymore, that I just want to eat through and get gone. No, I'm not going to eat my entire pantry down, sorry. I like keeping, ingredients that we use a lot of on hand, things that we like, a couple of little easy things for those nights where you get home at 7:30 and you got half an hour to feed the kids, bathe them and get them in bed. I'm keeping all of that kind of stuff. And I'm still going to stock up on great deals that I find for the rest of the month. But I'm going to build my meals around this. I also think that I'm going to do a bunch of little kid lunches. I don't usually cook separate lunches for the little person that's home during the day. I'll just give her leftovers. But I might make her some little lunches with some leftover stuff up here to help eat through some of this stuff. Like, they just need to fill the flour and the sugar canisters up. So I've got those out. I've got these half-used packets of rice noodles here that I'll do a rice noodle meal so that I'm not having 2 half packets of rice noodles open in there going bad. These cheap spaghetti, I'm going to put it in a better container, but that'll be a meal for the kids and dad. That was $1.50 for 2, so it's a pretty good deal. These rice paper things, they need a better container. I still have a whole other packet in there, but I want to use these up. If I don't eat through these this month, that's fine. They'll keep. The pasta will keep. The rice noodles will keep. But I want to start eating through some of this stuff. Like these ramen noodles at the back here, they were amazing, but I bought them right before I found out I was celiac. So I haven't been able to eat them. And there's something you make in a big meal, so I have to cook them. But I'll make some ramen or something this month for everybody else. Same along the glutinous things that I bought a ton of because I was going to be making big family meals with it. I got these egg noodles here. They're amazing, but there's no way that my kids and partner are going to eat through 3 kilos. So I'm going to force them to. And I might make some stuff up for the freezer as well and stick it away and then pepper it through the next couple of months. Sayos. I love Sayos so much, and I can't have them anymore, obviously. So I might make some little snacks for the little people, some cheese and tomato. They've been sitting in there for like 6 months now, half opened. I can't eat them. Got some shapes here. That'll be a little snack at some point. Got 2 half bags of pink Himalayan rock salt here. I'm going to fill up all my canisters and see what's left, get that all bagged up. I have some spaghetti. We don't usually eat this, but I got a couple because I remember having it as a kid and I thought the kids would like spaghetti toasties. I have another can that I'm keeping for emergencies, but I want to get this one gone. And my partner, who loves tomato soup, has decided that he no longer likes tomato soup. So I need to get these out of my cupboard somehow. And since he's not eating it, I might have to feed it to the toddler. But I'm going to try and at least get one of these cans gone. I've got these. He bought these because he's like, oh, I'll eat it. I'll eat it. He loves passion fruit. But obviously, he's never done anything with it. So I'm going to see if I can come up with a passion fruit dessert one night to get those 2 gone. I've got some organic whole grain spiral pasta, just that much left, so that'll be a little kiddie meal for 1 or 2 of them. I have taco shells left over, so I don't know if these ones are gluten-free or not. I don't think they are, so that'll be the kids again, or the kids and hubby. That'll be one little meal for them, and I guess I'll be making lots of 1 gluten-free meals just for me to get through this month. I have some ramen broth. I got this on special one day just to try before I started making all my own chicken stock. So this hasn't been used. But I'll use this with those ramen noodles and some eggs and probably some chicken or pork and veg. And that'll use that up. So there's a meal there. I also have this Japanese miso soup that I might put with that. I don't know. Stick that off to the side. We have a tiny amount of Fruit Loops. So I might give that to the little one as a breakfast one day while the big one's not here, so he doesn't know. A bunch of these Jaffa chocolate things. I'll put them all in the one container, and I will offer everyone hot chocolates and Milos before bed for the rest of the month before it gets too hot, because otherwise these are going to be sitting in here for the next 6 months until it gets cold again, and I'm not about that life. I've got some cup of noodles. I think there's only one packet in each of these. Yeah, so I'll put them all in together, and there'll be an afternoon tea snack or a toddler snack or something. Get them out of my cupboard. I have a butt ton of this jelly, and it's great. I got it for 7 cents a pack. It's awesome. It is past its best before, but jelly keeps basically forever. It's just a little solid. You just need to break it up. I use it with fruit cocktail and stuff to make jelly and fruit for the kids' lunches. I'm nearly gone. I'm on my last half a pack, which is what this is. So I'm going to work through that. Maybe not all this month, but I'm going to work on making the jelly snacks again and giving them to the kids because they like them. I have 3 of these, which are all getting towards their best before date. So I was already going to do chili this week, but I'm going to make sure I use one of these to get it gone, and then I'll slowly keep doing chili and getting rid of the other 2. I don't really like it. Like, it's not amazing. Chili tastes fine with or without it. Like, I prefer it without. But we'll eat through this so it doesn't go bad. And it's a bit spicy. It says it's mild, but it's got a real kick to it. I've got sauteed chicken, which could live in the pantry for ages, and if we don't get through it, that's fine. But I figured with some of the noodle stuff I've got here, I could use this to make up a meal. I have gluten-free bread mix. I'll make bread at some point so I don't have to buy it. I've got gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. These are amazing. I get these from the reject shop for $2 a box. But I don't want to have to buy gluten-free treats this week, so I'm going to make a bunch of gluten-free cookies and stick them in this big mason jar at the back here, big Makona coffee jar, so that I can nibble on those instead of having to buy them every week, which is probably better for me anyway. So yeah, that's what I've got. I've got a basket over here that I'm going to stack these up into maybe little meal sections with a couple of ideas and work through them and see what I can do with all this and see how much I can get through. I'm going to stick the basket right over here in this corner. I'll move the fruit bowl basket right in this corner, so I'll check in there for anything I need to make up a meal before I go into the pantry or looking for anything. Get some of this stuff cycled through. I still have bags of flour in the extra bags of flour in the cupboard. Another thing of sugar in the cupboard. I won't get through all of that this month, but I will try to get through it next month because I want to go and buy a big bag of gluten-free flour and maybe a big bag of normal flour from Costco rather than buying these ones and then them sitting in the bottom of the cupboard forever. I'll just have one big bag that sits in the bottom of the cupboard forever. Alright guys,